Alternative ways to earn money. A person who works for him or herself is self-employed. There are some advantages and disadvantages. Some of the advantages are that you can set your own hours and you can set your own pay. The disadvantage is that you have to collect from clients and you need to decide on the pricing of jobs. Commission. A person is paid a percentage, usually of sales or business transactions. A person may earn commission alone or a base salary plus commission. Commission may be a straight commission or a graduated commission, where as sales increase, the commission earned also increases. Some advantages are the more sales that you make, the more pay you get. Some disadvantages are that customers can return when you're not working and buy from somebody else and you lose the money on that sale. Or if you don't make any sales because it's slow, your pay is not as high. Piecework. A person is paid a specific amount of work per piece of work completed. Some advantages: the faster you work, the faster you can move on to the next job and the more money you can make overall. Disadvantages are that it may take longer than expected to complete the amount of work. A contract is a legal agreement for work to be done. Payment is a set amount regardless of the number of hours the job takes. The advantage is it may take less time than you thought, and therefore you'd actually make more money sooner. Or a disadvantage is that you may underestimate the amount of time it will take you, and it may actually take more time. Artisans are craft people who specialize in decorative art such as weaving and pottery, are often self-employed. They earn money by selling their crafts, including custom work. When a customer hires an artisan to produce a unique piece for an agreed upon price, this is known as custom work. If a weaver receives an order for 5 custom-made 196 centimeter sashes that cost $95 and 2 custom-made 224 centimeter sashes that cost $125, how much will the customer pay? So that customer is paying $95 for each of 5 196 centimeter sashes. So 95 times 5 is $475. They are paying $125 for each of 2 of the longer sashes, for a total there of $250. So the total price is to add those 2 up, and we get $725. If the yarn costs $125 for the weaver to buy, what wage does the artisan earn, not including taxes? So they sold the merchandise for $725, but it cost them $125 for the material to make, and so their profit is $600. Patricia works in the garment industry. She is paid $1.50 for each hem and $2.25 for each waistband. How much does she earn by hemming 12 dresses and attaching 15 waistbands? So again, she gets $1.50 for each hem, and she does 12 hems altogether. That gives her $18 from hemming. She's paid $2.25 for each waistband, and she attaches 15 waistbands. This is a total of $33.75. Her total wages then, when we add those 2 up, are $51.75. George is an auto dealer. If each job costs the same amount and his office grossed $3,048 on 12 jobs, what was the cost per job? So if the total bill was $3,048 and he had 12 jobs, we're going to divide the total by the number of jobs, and it works out to $254 per job. Ming works in a store that sells classic Chinese furniture, such as round back armchairs and corner leg stone stools. Ming works on a commission at a rate of 6.5% of his gross sales. If he sold $9,865 worth of furniture last week, how much commission did he earn? So he makes 6.5% of his sales, and his sales last week were $9,865. So this is decimal 065 times 9,865. So the total that he made then was $641.23. Olaf earned $416.03 on commission on his sales of $9,245. What was his rate of commission? We see the word rate. This means that we're looking for a percentage. So that percentage is the dollar amount that he made in commission. So $416.03. I want to know what percent that is of the total, which was $9,245. To change it to a percent, I'm going to multiply by 100, and this works out to 4.5%. Gwen works as a sales clerk in a clothing store. She earns a base salary of $8 per hour plus 15% commission on the price before taxes of each item that she sells. Her work day is 8 hours. One day, Gwen sells a suit with a price of $625, a sweater priced at $95, 3 t-shirts that cost $45 each, and a raincoat priced at $225. How much does she earn that day? Well, she makes, the first part that she makes is her wages. So this is from her hourly pay of $8 an hour. And she works, it tells us, 8 hours. So she makes $64 whether she sells anything or not. Then she also makes commission. She makes commission on her total sales, so we need to find her total sales. So she sells a $625 suit. She sells a $95 sweater. She sells 3 t-shirts at $45 each, so 3 times 45 is $135, and a raincoat for $225. If I add all of those up, her total sales are $1,080, and she makes 15%. So 15% of that is we need to multiply by decimal 15, and so she makes $162 in commission. Her total for the day then is the $162 from commission plus the $64 from her wages for a total of $226. Hein is a painting contractor. He negotiates a contract with a homeowner to paint the exterior siding on a house at a rate of $30 per hour plus the cost of materials. It takes Hein 6 8-hour days to prepare and paint the siding, and he used 15 gallons of paint that cost $45 each. What is the total value of the contract? Well, the contract has 2 parts. The first part is the wages, and the second part is the material. So his wages are that he makes $30 an hour times the number of hours that he works. Now the hours that he works tells us that he works 6 days at 8 hours each day for a total of 48 hours. So if we multiply 30 times the 48 hours that he works, we get a total of $1,440. To that, they're going to add the material costs. The material cost $45 for each gallon, and he used 15 gallons, so the total cost for the material was $675. If I add that to the amount that he charges for wages, gives a total value of the contract of $2,115.